Yo, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Drinks and Kicks Grind Time. Special hydrated issue. Hydrated all summer.
Drink water.
Oh, yeah. Make sure you guys stay hydrated, especially if you're in AZ like us, because it is hot as balls, as I will continue to say. We did get a little break in that, but it's back up again. Hopefully the rain continues and we get some more of that in the next upcoming weeks or two. But with all the BS, let's get it going, guys. First thing we wanted to talk about this week, no surprise, or is it a surprise? Nike going back in the vault and bringing out another Grail classic and turning it into a GR. They recently showed the pics of a new Eminem 4, the blue one, not the, what was the other one? The Carhartt black one? Not that one, the OG blue one. They're bringing it back out, but they're going to change the accent on the back and on the tongue from red to purple. Jay, what are your thoughts?
I think it's something it's crazy, to be honest.
Are you surprised?
I'm not surprised because we got the undefeated fours, Galaxy phones, Tokyo
5. Yep.
No, I ain't surprised, man. It's crazy though. How you thinking?
I think it's a little desperate, personally, but the other thing too I wanted to say is this a recession indicator? Because I know a lot of people were saying that about undefeateds.
We've been in a recession. Shoes is sitting. Nobody ain't buying nothing.
Yep. I just got into a conversation yesterday at the store with a guy about that, telling me like all the stuff he caught at the outlets because stuff's been sitting. He was like, "Oh, I got this, I got that." So it's a crazy time to be. I feel like it's a rollback to how it was before, but yeah, not surprised by this, huh?
Nah, I mean, and to even add to what you just said, even before, I don't even think it was this bad before.
Yeah.
Like before people, you know what I'm saying, you could go in there and cop. Stuff might be gone by 9 o'clock or maybe even that following Sunday if it released on the Saturday. Stuff is just sitting just to sit now. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, the Shoe Palace is across the way from us. So when I walk to go get food sometimes, I go by the window or I can see where like the Jordan section is. And I'm always surprised that stuff's sitting there like a couple weeks later. So, I mean, this 4 doesn't surprise me. What does surprise me is that they changed the accents to purple. I hate when they do little things like that. It's like, just give us the original. Like, don't fucking call it an Eminem 4 if you're going to turn it purple. Like, so, I don't know what the connection is.
If there was any other color that you could have done outside of the OG colorway with the red, what other color would you done?
Black.
Because
it's the Jumpman on the back. It's like a piece of plastic. So it's like it still has the same material where it's not the hard heel counters. It's the one that's the same material that like Nubuck as the upper, but it has the Jumpman inside of it, kind of like the Mist 4s.
Okay.
So it's like a piece of plastic. And they changed the color. So the purple just looks off. Like, I don't know. You could have called that color or that shoe with that color combination something different.
Way different, but they're trying to get that money grab.
Yeah, I don't like it personally. Am I gonna cop? Probably not. What about you?
For nostalgia purposes, and if I just want to buy them, maybe. But I think it may be one of those ones. It's just like a flip. Like,
yeah, you think it'll sit?
I don't think it'll sit. I think it would kind of be just like that Nigel. Like the Nigel was crazy. The one that just came out, brick after brick.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted it. Dope sneaker. When I personally got it and I had seen it, I was like, yo, the materials on this is crazy.
Yeah.
But when someone brings you a price, you got to, all right, bet.
Here you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Jumping on to the next thing we were talking about. The funny thing about the timing when I saw this next thing is we had talked a couple weeks back about Nike holding that contest. I don't know if this is related to that, but they saw somebody posted like a collection of Jordan 1 like prototypes. They took a group of artists and let them play around and create some new stuff using the Jordan 1. I don't know if this related to that opportunity or maybe it's just part of the same initiative, but there was like 6 to 8. I don't remember the exact number. Do you remember?
So I think it was around 6 to 8.
6 to 8, yeah. What did you think? Did you like any of those?
From an artist standpoint, I think it's cool to see stuff that's different, but from a like consumer standpoint, everyday wear, it's something that you would just put on like the shelf. It's not nothing that you would really put on the toe unless you really feel like getting like groovy and you know what I'm saying, stepping out. But what you think?
There was one of them that I found was interesting. It was the dude from Korea. He made that like high top one out of the sail.
Mm-hmm.
It was like an all sail upper, and it kind of was a high top. That one was interesting. Would I wear it? No, but like it was interesting. I saw parallels between like Rick Owens vibes is what it gives. I know everyone likes Rick Owens shoe, that whatever that something basket. I forgot what the heck it is. I'm not a Rick Owens person, guys, but there are some guys around me that I know mess with Rick Owens. So it was giving me some of that vibes with that one. So I thought it was interesting. Personally, I wouldn't wear it. But to your point, some of them as like display pieces were kind of cool.
Yeah, I could see like Fab wearing a pair like Fab courtside, like Fab would do it.
Yeah, something like that. Something they give to a celebrity or something they only make a handful of and seed them.
But on the real though, it was kind of like with the Tiana Taylors as well too though, because you remember that 3 she came out with, and it was like the roses,
concrete, the rose from the concrete. Yeah.
Yep, same concept.
Yeah, I just saw somebody wearing those. NBA player, what was his name? Ish Wainwright. I don't know if you saw that. He used to play for the Suns, but he was at some event here locally, and somebody posted a picture, and he was wearing a fit with the green ones on.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. It was interesting, man. Like I think the shoe's interesting. I kind of like the concept a little bit, but I also see people's objections to it and the points people make. But wearability to me is the only thing where I was like, eh. But yeah, the prototypes are kind of cool. It's good to see artists get opportunities to work on some of the Jordan stuff. Just don't know if it's going to turn it into anything long term. Like, are they going to produce any of these, or if they're just kind of playing around?
They're desperate enough.
In the same vein of collabs with Nike, J-Tips logo. We were just talking about this before we started recording. What's your thoughts on the J-Tips partnership and the logo?
Man, I think it's dope just for like the creators as a whole. For people that don't really know about J-Tips like that, he kind of got his clout up, or he got like popular really around like 2020 when he first started doing the hats with the Forever on Some Fly shit, the Savior hats.
Yep.
Like, so it's cool to see someone that started with just doing hats or t-shirts and get onto that level at Nike. Cause it even goes back to when he first did his like bespoke piece he did at Mercer.
Yeah.
And those was like crazy. So to see J-Tips get to this level is dope, and it's really like inspirational, man, just from like a creative aspect.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see what they actually let him do that actually gets produced. It's cool that they finally got a logo. I don't want to say it's slow moving because they have done different pop-ups and stuff with him. Like he's done some different events. Product side, I'm not too familiar. Like I know they've done some special like colorways, but I don't think they've officially did anything that was marketed as like a Nike J-Tips. I could be wrong. Like correct me. I don't know if you knew of anything.
I think at Paris Fashion Week when we had seen all the like the bacons and stuff like that, a couple of those colorways was for J-Tips, but I feel like Nike wouldn't be doing him any justice unless they give him like a Air Max 98 or Air Force One. Like you giving Yachty forces right now, you got to give J-Tips a force.
Yeah,
he made it cool.
I feel like they need to let him just go loose. Yeah, go crazy on something. Whether it's an Air Force or an Air Max, like let the dude cook. That's all I got to say. Like let him cook because he'll definitely come up with some dope stuff. I was a fan of most of the Saucony stuff. Some of them I wouldn't wear, but for the most part, like the stuff he did with Saucony was dope. So I can't wait to see what he cooks up with Nike. Hopefully it's sooner rather than later. They don't like let it fizzle out because I feel like they got some momentum, especially coming off the Saucony stuff. So it's like you got to make sure you capitalize on it quick.
Facts. And I don't want to see like J-Tips end up in a similar situation as Witherspoon either.
Yeah.
Like another creative that just wasn't allowed to shine.
I would say even Jerry with Adidas, I feel like that took so long for us to see product.
Yep.
It's like they made the announcement that they partnered together and he was coming off of the success with all the Nike stuff that he did. And then it took so long for them to finally get product that I feel like people were not as excited. And then I think after it was all said and done, the partnership, at least in my opinion, kind of seemed like a failure. I don't know how they look at it. I know Jerry doesn't like to use like as a failure. I'm sure he would say it was like a learning experience, but you got to strike while the iron's hot, man. You can't let it fizzle out.
Hell no.
Moving on, another collab we had, the Air Max 95 Aya Brown. Am I saying that right?
I think it's Aya.
Aya?
Sorry, sis.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I've seen the shoe. It looks dope. Has like brown. The netting's like white up at the top by the laces. Um, I honestly have to see it again to tell you more of the details. I just remember that was the thing that kind of stuck out to me. And this is more of a recent thing. I've seen this last couple days.
Yeah, I think it was like the last 48 hours, maybe even 72. But those is crazy, like the highlights and everything. And you can really tell they're allowing her to like bring her creative aspects into this shoe. It wasn't just one of those like, we gonna give her this and do a crazy box. I think she was actually a part of that process.
Do you know if there's a release date? They say anything?
Nah, not yet. I don't think so. I need them though for the toe.
Keep your eyes to the screen and your ears to the ground for updates on that one, because like Jay said, that's just came out not too long ago, in the last couple of days. I honestly want to see more pics because I remember seeing it briefly when I was scrolling, but didn't look at it like in depth about the post. But from what I do remember, it looks pretty dope. Like anything brown with Air Max 95s lately, I've been kind of gravitating to. So I'm trying to find like a good pair. So if I see that one and that one hits, I might actually cop that. Next thing I wanted to talk about was the Fugazi issue with Vans. Did you see this?
I seen that. I had it was like they was driving around New York in a truck.
Yeah, I guess they had a cease and desist from the band Fugazi, and so it kind of threw everything like into turmoil with their release. So they addressed the issue and decided to raffle off the shoes for $5 a pop plus shipping. So it's probably still up. I know I entered yesterday when I saw it. Did you enter any of them?
Nah, because I didn't even realize what it was till like me and Matt, we was going over some things like as far as like little topics and stuff like that. And I was like, what? $5 Vans? I'm starting to look into it more because I seen the video yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, that's crazy. I didn't even know they had a raffle for it.
Yeah, it was it said 72 hours on the site. I don't know when that started. But yeah, I entered yesterday for two of the colorways. The forest camo one that they had. It was like it's almost like a real tree camo. And then what was the other one? There was like a tweed, like a red colored one that I entered for. But yeah, if those are still up, I don't know if it'll be up by the time the video comes out, but that was dope. What do you think about the whole situation?
I mean, I feel like it's kind of like the Jaden Daniels situation. I don't know. You heard about him this past week?
Mm-mm.
He sent like the cease and desist to LSU because the quarterback's wearing 5, and he's like, "That's my number." Mind you, you in a whole different league. You in the NBA. These guys is college, NCAA. I feel like it's the same thing in like this aspect as well too. Like, all right, y'all is a rock band.
Mm-hmm.
This is a streetwear brand. Like, the audiences will not confuse the two.
Yeah, if you've seen the video that Jay was talking about too, it's literally they're like reading a statement, like he's addressing the camera directly, and he's reading like a legal statement where he says certain things, and he emphasizes like we make clothes. This is a Fugazi shirt. This is a Fugazi hat. Like trying to say that we have the trademark as it relates to apparel, and to try to create that differentiation between them and the band. But yeah, it's a sticky situation. I think it's dope. Like it creates a cool opportunity for you to get a collab Vans for $5, plus the shipping. Let's make sure we put that in there. But yeah, $5 for all intents and purposes. And if you dig any of them, we keep talking about Vans having this moment. So it's a cool way to create something dope for the fans out of like the controversy. The website was interesting though. They have the pictures of actual colored Vans in the color makeup of the shoe, not an actual shoe.
Dang.
So it's like a delivery van, and it's all the same color of whatever that shoe is, and that's how you enter the raffle. So I thought that was pretty funny, a little way to kind of circumvent that. But yeah, man, if you get a chance, hopefully you guys entered that, take advantage of that. Shoe for $5, like why not? Last thing we wanted to talk about as it relates directly to sneakers. Kanye back in stores with his Yeezy stuff.
Yeezy, jump. Oh, snap. Just jumped over Jumpman. I messed it all the way up. Yeezy just jumped over Jumpman. I messed it all the way up.
So if you guys haven't heard, Yeezy made a deal with JD Sports to carry a lot of the stuff that he was selling exclusively on his website. Mainly the slides and a couple of other shoes that are very unimpressive and uninspiring in my personal opinion, but to each their own. Jay, thoughts on Kanye back at JD?
I think it's good for Kanye
Yes.
because he was probably sitting on a bunch of stock, but I feel like that moment has probably kind of like left a little bit.
Mm,
Like you were saying earlier, you know, like with this the slides, people gonna come into the shop all day ask for slides,
yeah.
but I don't really see people out here wearing like Yeezy boots and stuff no more.
No, I think a lot of it has to do with younger demographic, to be honest. Like a lot of the teenagers and stuff we see coming in, like the way they dress, if you guys just observe, and a lot of them are wearing like sweatpants, they're wearing like Crocs or slides or Birkenstocks. So that's kind of like the everyday wear, it seems like, for teens. So when it comes to slides, like you said, man, we get so many people coming into the shop asking for slides. As much as us older like sneakerheads don't think that like the Yeezy stuff is dead, there's still a lot of demand from consumers who may not be like hardcore sneakerheads, but there's a lot of demand for them coming in asking for 350s or asking for slides. So there is still a market for it. So I think he'll do good, especially they're like $44, man.
Yeah. Shoot, man, and that's another thing. I got a hot take to add into this too.
Go ahead.
And you was just touching on like how this new demographic of kids like don't really be you man, y'all got to be the most dripless generation of all time.
I
Like,
agree.
come on, man. We got to step it up. Do better. There's more flavor in the pot for y'all to get.
I think even beyond that, it's just like a societal thing, like you're saying. The kids just, it's effort in general. I feel like they try to do and they move in a way where it's the minimalist amount of effort. Like they want the easiest way to do things or like the least amount of effort to get up and get ready for school. It's like, I'll just throw whatever on and go to school. It's just school. Like,
It's crazy. I had seen a topic earlier when somebody was talking about it, and they was just like, "Yo, like we don't talk about this a lot too. The willingness to wear fakes in this generation and all that is just like, man, like if y'all grew up with us, you probably would have been eating lunch in like the bathroom. It's crazy.
it's funny you say that too, because the same person I was having the conversation with yesterday that found all that stuff at the outlets, he was saying the same thing, and we kind of started talking about that as far as like people wearing fakes and the kids just don't care. I don't know. I mean, it's split because there's an argument to say that like kids shouldn't really be aspiring for like all this super expensive stuff, right? Like you're going to school to learn. Like you shouldn't be worried about wearing having $100 t-shirts and $400 sneakers, which I get and I agree with, right? Like
Yes.
I'm not gonna be one of those parents that's like buys my kid a $400 pair of sneakers.
Mm-mm.
Like, here's your sneaker budget. You know, if you want something that's more than that, you're gonna have to come up with the rest. That's kind of my philosophy, how I think about as it relates to the topic. Is like you work up for something. Like growing up, if we wanted something that our parents wasn't gonna get, at least in my house,
Yep.
like I was an only child, so don't get me wrong. Like I got pretty much whatever I wanted, but it was within reason too. Like my mom would buy me shoes when it was time to go back to school, but she's like $150 shoes, like you're smoking.
Yeah.
You're like, you
Definitely.
better get some of that 2 of 89 deal we got going on over there. So that's the sense, and it's a thing about like working up or saving up to something. Like it means that much more when you acquire it. It's more about working towards a goal, I would say. That's kind of a way to break it down. What we were talking about, lack of effort.
Yep.
It's like you want the thing, but you don't want to put in the effort to get it. So you're fine with taking the shortcut and buying the fake item just so you can wear it and kind of like fit in. I think it kind of boils down to that. I guess that was my own revelation in the moment.
That's a fact, and it's not just in like the sneaker community and everything like that as well too. I feel like it's just like kind of all over. But like to your aspect too, like it don't cost $400 to go buy a pair of Amiri jeans, or you know what I'm saying. Like you can get fresh off of a $40 t-shirt, maybe a $30 pair of pants,
Hmm.
like some shorts. Like getting fresh is your category. Like is what you define as, but you got to put some effort behind it.
That's what it is. What we were talking about is the effort, right? Because to your point about finding jeans for $30, and it's not even like off-brand stuff. Like if you know how, if you do the due diligence, you can find good stuff for a good price. Like if you hit up like the polo outlet
Yep.
at the right time, you can get some fresh polo on the low. Like you just have to put in the effort and the work and know how and where to go and like how to find things and have patience. I mean, now it's even easier. Sometimes you could just go on Depop, and if you type in polo, like you can search through stuff in your size, and a lot of times you find deals. But it's just like you don't want to put in the effort.
Mm-mm.
It's like you just want to fit in instantly, and so you'll take the shortcut. And let me buy this $40 Chrome Heart bait tee off of the TikTok shop, and all of a sudden I fit in. I got bait. It's like you don't. But I mean, if that's what satisfies your fitting in niche or whatever it is, hopefully it like does something for you. That's the problem where I don't feel like it really does anything for them. It's just like, oh, now you instantly fit in. You're cool. You can sit at the cool kids table.
And even then, like when we was coming up, it wasn't even like that. Like you may have one kid that has like a crazy Bape jacket on.
Yep.
But he's really gatekeeping it so bad that you don't even know like how to get it.
Yep.
And you know what I'm saying? The only way that you could like figure out how to get Bape and Supreme and Stussy, even Stussy back then, was like getting cool with the guys that was wearing it. And then they like, oh yeah, we got this from here. Supreme drops on Thursdays, or, you know, Bape drop on Friday, like Stussy drops whenever.
Yep.
It's not like that no more. It's like, for one, I feel like people be dressing like avatars and stuff like that. Like, take like the a 2K or a Fortnite, because this is that generation, right?
Yeah.
This is the Fortnite generation. If they see the avatar wearing it, they can be like, oh yeah, I'm about to do this in real life. Like, it's crazy,
Facts.
but you also got to consider, like, as a society, I feel like we're kind of behind right now with COVID and everything, how that happened. But you know what I'm saying? Like, now people is trying to come back out, and it's just like, dang, I want to take the shortcut, like you said, to do it. And it's not the right way to do it. So
yeah, like I said, it's more of a deeper issue, I feel like, of how the kids are raised, or their approach to life in general is like not wanting to put forth any effort or like set up any type of goals. They just want it instantly, right? Like they want to get to the shortcut instantly. I mean, it's kind of prevalent now. You see the way kids are like using AI to do schoolwork and stuff. It's like you don't want to do the work. You just want to use the AI to give you the answer, to check that off your list. I was like, all right, I've done my homework. When technically you just typed in some stuff to AI. Like you didn't want to think at all. It's just like, let me get to the end as quick as possible.
go outside.
Yeah. All right, kind of moving on to the other things we wanted to talk about. Sneaker adjacent, not necessarily like directly sneaker related. Ant Freestyle. That was the big issue. I just saw that clip the other day too. Your thoughts on Ant's freestyle?
Dope Boy 95 AE zone. I ain't messed that up. But nah, crazy video. Crazy video. And he
shirtless, if I was not mistaken, too.
Hey, what happened? When in Rome, they say?
Yeah, when in Rome. Yeah, he's doing a tour right now. I think he's in Milan, if I'm not mistaken. I know he's in the Asia region, but I think where that was taken, if I'm not mistaken, was like in Milan. I know he's over there doing a tour with Adidas. If you guys don't know, a lot of the athletes end up doing that in the off season, going on trips for the sponsors. I remember Klay Thompson did one. There was like some clips a couple of years back when he was overseas, kind of talking smack. But it's just a funny time for content, because you'll see a lot of the clips end up online when the guys travel, and it's always a good time and funny moments. But yeah, that freestyle, continuing in the vein of his ads and stuff, taking shots at Nike. If you guys haven't checked it out, I'm sure Mac will stick it in the clip. But yeah, check out Ant's freestyle, continuing to do what he does. I thought it was pretty funny. A good moment though too. In that same vein, man, next thing we wanted to talk about was top 3 signature sneaker athletes that are rappers or have rapped. 3 come to mind for me. Who were yours?
Go first. Give me your number 1 first.
I would say Dame Dollar.
Okay.
I would have to say AI, and then Shaq was probably my 3.
AI was rapping?
Yeah, didn't he do I'm not mistaken, he did an album or a mixtape. There's some stuff out there.
Hey, he's Virginia for sure. He's so Virginia, yo. Shout out AI. That's a solid list though.
Yeah.
Shaq had like a crazy Shaq actually went on a run.
Yeah. Which is funny. It's definitely good. I would say it definitely gives like Will Smith vibes with some of the raps. If you know, you know. But yeah, he definitely at least 2, if not 3 albums, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Fact check me on that one. But yeah, that would be my top 3. Your top 3?
I don't know if my top 3 will essentially count, especially with like the number 1. But I gotta throw Master P in there. Like he played on a contract, you know what I'm saying?
Toronto. For those who didn't know.
But that's still Master P. Shout out No Limit. He had his own sneaker on everything. Like Master P was like there.
Do your research, kids.
Exactly. Outside of that, Shaq was supposed to be with Biggie tonight. Biggie passed away. You know what I'm saying? Like Shaq is a legend. And who else after that? Kobe.
I almost was gonna throw that in there too. I was gonna say Kobe, but I went with Shaq.
No, matter of fact, I had to take Kobe back. He had one song, it was cool. Sleeper would probably be Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant be rapping on the low.
Dang, got the burner account and doing freestyles. I'm trying to think. The other thing you brought up, the Master P though. Funny thing, like a couple weeks ago, I was trying to find. I was like on Depop, like, yo, let me get a P Miller freaking Raptors jersey. I'm trying to find one. I was like, I know there's one out there somewhere. I see Mac picking up his phone. He's gonna Depop one right now. Moving on. Next thing we wanted to talk about was the Caitlin Clark WNBA drama. Admittedly, I'm not the biggest NBA fan. I wouldn't say fan. That's not the word to use. I don't watch it as much. I know you guys were talking about last time we recorded. We're getting in pretty depth. So this is kind of your specialty. What do you guys think about what's going on with Caitlin Clark?
Hey, I think they're trying to get the ratings up right now. The ratings is already up. The WNBA is doing great.
Yeah.
As far as like TV play and everything go. I feel like right now is probably one of like their better years of having a lot of stuff going on. But I think with Caitlin, you know what I'm saying? Like me and Matt talked about it. She had like ran into the ref and then they gave her like a tech or something and suspended her. And then like the next day they went back and like reneged on it. So, I mean, only reason why I was thinking about it, I was like, yo, what does this mean for Caitlin Clark's legacy?
What did was it intentional in the clip? Like I haven't seen it, so I mean, you gotta kind of run me through that.
No, I don't think it was intentional. I think it was one of those things where, like, you know, when you're running and you kind of like run into someone,
the momentum kept you going. Yeah, you probably couldn't stop fast enough.
Exactly, and then you know, like with Caitlin Clark, and I feel like this year she's been standing up to the refs a lot, and so it's probably one of those things they like going at her head, like, hey, we're gonna get you, we're gonna catch you slipping.
Caitlin Clark, the WNBA Rasheed Wallace, is that what we're saying?
It might be.
Sheesh, could you imagine? I just think the funny thing is every time I hear stuff about Caitlin Clark in the WNBA, it's all about this like talk around more so like culture aspect, not so much of things happening on the court. So that's interesting that the situation you're talking about is actually something that happened on the court. Because I just think people always try to have these cultural conversations about stuff. It's all nonsense, but like everyone tries to talk about her being picked on and all these other things. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't watch it enough to really have much of an opinion as far as it relates to the on the court stuff. I'll default to you and Mac on that one. But yeah, man, that's crazy that it was actually something on the court this time and it wasn't something that they pulled back after watching the review. I don't know. I feel like similar to like any superstar. I mean, we see it with Braun. We see it with SGA now too, of people calling into question how good they really are or like how the refs treat them on certain calls and things. So I always feel like when you're the biggest name in the league, you're always going to have issues with, you know, the way they ref your games or call certain things on your plays. So I don't know. Mac wanted to chime in. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
That was another thing that wasn't on the list.
Ooh.
Westbrook retiring because he didn't figure out a situation or a team hasn't been calling up, or maybe they've just been disrespecting him with offers. Sorry. So Wizards or Kings were the only two offers on the table. Was he just going to get vet minimum? Damn, 1 year, I'm assuming too.
Triple-double leader, man.
That's the thing I think is funny about the conversation with people scrutinizing Westbrook. It's because they'll have that same argument of like no rings, right? But it's like you don't keep the same energy with certain other people, especially people that have been there. Like Barkley's a big one I could think of. Suns fan, sorry, but like everyone always puts Barkley in a high regard unless you're Shaq, and always talks about like how great of a player he was and the no ring. But I feel like they weigh that a lot more on Russ. It's like no ring, so therefore he's not that great. But the stats speak for themselves, guys. Like somebody posted something with all the stats and how he ranked as it relates to point guards. Like dude's a beast. Like Jay just said too, triple-double king. Like come on, guys.
Don't give me that whole he was stat bad.
No.
That dude was on
he was trying to will them to victory.
Russ had the ball out though, because you think about it, man. Like every time Russ was like in a position to where they could have went to the championship or the next thing happened. Yeah, I think Brun going to Miami and facing them in the finals that year. Like then bro had to go through Kobe. Like it's so many people that Russ had to go through to just to get to that point.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Like the fact that people can disrespect Russ after they went up, you know what I'm saying, 3-1 against the Golden State Warriors that year, and KD had left, like he always got done dirty, I think, in his NBA career.
Yeah, I feel like that betrayal. You call it a betrayal if you want, don't call it however you feel about it, but like KD just leaving him there and chucking the deuce and going to the Warriors, that was like mad disrespectful, man. Yeah, that's like just like leaving your homie behind. That shit is crazy. But yeah, man, put some respect on Russ. I appreciate Russ as much as everyone wants to talk crap or like say whatever they will. People have their opinions. But for me, it's just like the will to win. And like everyone like saying having that dog in you, he definitely did, man. He was just out there trying to like will the team to victory in any way he could. Like, I'm going to carry y'all on my back.
They don't make players like Russ no more. He would go out there and really like run through you. When Nip died, like he went up there, all right, bet that's my boy. I'm gonna put up 20, 20, and 20 for him. Like Russ, legend. People disrespected Russ for a long time. Russ also had like to keep it within the theme of sneakers as well too. Russ is a Jordan Brand athlete. His Why Not era was crazy. He had some outlandish colorways, but for the most part, Russ was like a top tier Jordan athlete at one point.
I feel like he always like underappreciated some of the sneakers that he came out with. Like you said, the Why Not stuff. I don't think they marketed it well enough. They gave him a shoe and he had at least 5 or 6 different versions or iterations of his signature line. And they just did not market it well. Didn't promo it well. Like, even I feel like Zion had more talk about his sneakers than Russ did. And he didn't even get as many signature models as Russ did. So definitely disrespected when it comes to like signature athletes. And I feel like Nike dropped the ball with the marketing side of his stuff. I feel like it could have been more successful had they have put more marketing behind it. Because I don't think you can name any kind of campaign or anything as it related to Russ and his signature line. Like nothing sticks out because I don't think they honestly did much, to be honest. But
man, we should have went through and did like Russ's like top NBA like.
Maybe we'll do that next week. We'll do the top. We'll review it and put some of the pictures up and kind of do a top countdown of Russ's signatures and even some of the stuff that he did with like Jordan when he was still doing the Jordan signature models, the 33, the 32, some of that stuff.
His threes was crazy too.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely make sure we'll address that coming up. But that's gonna be it for the week, guys. Now let's get into the releases of what's coming out.
You just made the list.
So coming up in the next following week, we have on August 19th, KD 19, the butter candy. Is this the yellow one?
Yeah,
the yellow one. Yeah, I'm good off this. I'm still waiting for them to do more than solid color KD 19s. Like, let me see what you guys can cook up. Coming up the following day on the 20th, there's a handful of things coming out. The biggest ones I really want to talk about. The G Unit Reebok is coming back, the G6 on the 20th. I know people, this has been kind of in the universe, in the zeitgeist for a while of people talking about the G Unit Reebok sneaker and them bringing it back. They're finally bringing it back, guys. All you guys who've been saying you want it is coming. Make sure you guys go out and cop. Jay, thoughts? You gonna cop?
I'm getting those, and I might cop a bulletproof vest for him too, with a do-rag.
Bring back that 03 fit.
03.
Oh man, yeah, that's the thing, man. Everyone's been asking for this. Do you know the price? Is it 130?
I think it is 130, but for people that don't know in the back, at the time there was like a war going on in the rap community as far as signature shoes. Pharrell, 50, and my boy Jay-Z as well too with the S Carters. These was like the top sneakers at that time.
Yeah, so, out of those three, it was definitely the G Unit.
G Unit all day.
The only other thing coming out that day was the Vomero NFL PEs. Is that just the ones that they wear on field?
Yeah. it's just
Okay,
the
for
basic.
all the team colorways, all the sideline people wear. So that's gonna be coming out on the 20th. So coming out on the 21st, the OG up tempo Nike. You copping?
I
Outlet
want to.
find?
It's gonna be an outlet find. You can be able to find those with the bacons and everything else at the outlet. So
Yeah. So that one, definitely keep an eye if you're an up tempo guy. There's a new colorway of the OG one, a new iteration of the OG one, I should say, coming out on the 21st. 22nd, we got 2 shoes coming out. The Air Jordan 1 and 3 laser pack. We kind of touched on this not too long ago with the Jordan 3 laser. Thoughts on that one?
it's all right. It's nothing to go crazy about. They'll probably be at the outlets too. So
Outlet. Another outlet pickup. Another thing coming out is the Jellyfish. Is this the white colorway?
I think this is like that bone colorway.
Okay. What do you think about the Jellyfish? Like, it seemed like it fizzled out already.
I don't think it will do good. I mean, like Pharrell, I feel like Pharrell has like sneaker moments where they're like top tier, but this ain't one of them. Like
Nope.
they're the hit or miss, and these is the miss.
I feel like if you're a customizer, this would be a good shoe for you because it's all white. You can dye it and go crazy and make something unique. So if that's your thing, definitely go out and cop the all white Jellyfish coming out on the 22nd. The 23rd of August, we have the Kobe 10 Elite Protro Halo. Which colorway is that one?
All white.
All white one. So another all white one. I feel like they released that not too long ago.
Probably did.
Anyway, so if you guys didn't cop that, that's coming back for you. The Kobe 10 Elite Halo on the 23rd. And then on the 25th, we have the Nike SB Air Force One Light Chocolate. That one I have not seen yet. The beige one, is it just like a darker shade of the beige?
It was kind of like it was like a mocha brown in a way. It wasn't nothing to go crazy for. They will probably still be at skate shops.
Does it have the pink accent on the heel?
No, this one is black.
Oh, okay.
So
I would say if it's like more of a mocha brown, it might have been good with the pink laces. So
facts.
if you got the first one, you can get this one and swap the laces. So that's coming out 25th. Brain Dead Crocs also coming out the 25th. This one I'm not too familiar with. You see this one?
I seen it. It was like a green croc. It looks pretty funky. Like
Is it just a normal clog or is it something different?
it's something different. It's
Okay.
like all over. Like it kind of put me in the mind of the Slade Brimberries when he was doing his thing a couple years ago.
Pollux clogs. Yeah, I love that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's coming out the 25th if you guys mess with Crocs. And then the last thing we have on August 26th is the Book 2 collab with Chevy, the Pretty Penny one. That's kind of like the pearlescent pink Book 2 that they've been showing off recently online. I'm sure you spend any time or follow any sneaker accounts, you have seen it. But that's coming out on the 26th. Thoughts on that one?
Those is I don't think they'll catch my eye. They look pretty cool though. But I just don't see anybody like wearing them outside of hooping. So
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't want to say uninspiring because I feel like we've said that about a lot of the Book 2 stuff already, but it just kind of falls in line with a lot of what they've been doing. Solid colors. The fact that they're able to do collabs with Chevy, which I thought was interesting to be able to put the logo and stuff on there. And then I think it comes with like little plastic hang tag that's like a Chevy logo. So if you like books and that's your thing, that's coming out the 26th. So make sure you go out and grab that one if it tickles your fancy. But that's going to be it, guys, for this week's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any comments about anything you guys want us to talk about, make sure you guys drop that at the bottom in the comments. Send us a message. We'll make sure to include some of them topics or address some of them things if there's anything we missed. Until next time, guys. Jay, cheers.
drink water, man. It's
Drink
hot
water.
outside.
It is hot. Mac, I know you over there on the side. All right, guys. It's been another episode of Grind Time, Drinks and Kicks. Until next time, guys. See you later.